Ever wondered why Surah As-Sajdah holds such a significant place in the Quran? Today we delve into the profound beauty and wisdom of Surah As-Sajdah, the 32nd surah in the Quran. This surah, like a hidden gem, is nestled in the heart of the Quran, enveloping us in its divine wisdom and guidance. The name As-Sajdah translates to the prostration, a deeply symbolic act in the Islamic faith. It represents the ultimate submission to Allah, a surrender so profound it's likened to a seed burying itself into the earth, only to rise again in full bloom. This surah, through its verses, urges us to reflect on our existence, the world around us, and our relationship with the divine. The significance of Surah As-Sajdah goes beyond its placement in the Quran. It is a spiritual compass that guides us through life's many twists and turns. So, are you ready to embark on this enlightening journey? Dive in as we explore the profound verses of Surah As-Sajdah. The surah begins with a powerful affirmation of Allah's knowledge. In the heart of Surah As-Sajdah, the first 10 verses unfold like a celestial tapestry, threaded with wisdom and profound truths. These verses aren't just words but echoes of divine knowledge and supreme wisdom, reverberating across the cosmos, reaching the deepest corners of our hearts. The verses begin with the proclamation of the divine, the declaration of the absolute, the affirmation of Allah's omniscience. Alif Lam Mim. These disconnected letters, a mystery to us, are a reminder of the divine wisdom that surrounds us, far beyond human comprehension. Following this, the surah plunges into themes that form the crux of our existence: creation, life, death, and resurrection. It talks about the creation of the universe, the heavens and the earth in 6 days, a testament to Allah's infinite power and majesty. It speaks of how Allah knows what goes into the earth and what comes out of it, what descends from the sky and what ascends into it. This verse underscores the omnipresence of Allah, highlighting that every atom, every whisper, every thought is within His knowledge. The verses further delve into the journey of life and death, a cycle that every living being must undergo. They talk about how Allah gives life and causes death, emphasizing that the cycle of life and death is under His command. This is an important reminder for us all. We come from Allah, and to Him we shall return. Finally, the verses touch upon resurrection, a subject that stirs both awe and fear. They assure us that when the trumpet is blown, we will rise from our graves, a stark reminder of the day of judgment. These verses remind us of our origin and ultimate return, instilling a sense of humility. They urge us to introspect, to ponder, and to be mindful of our actions. They beckon us to acknowledge the divine, to surrender to His will, and to seek His mercy. Moving forward, the surah delves into the concept of divine justice. In the verses from 11 to 20, we find an exploration of this intricate concept and how it intertwines with the day of judgment and the consequences of disbelief and denial. Let's start with verse 11, where we encounter a profound statement. Say, the angel of death who has been entrusted with you will take you, then you will be returned to your Lord. This verse reminds us of the inevitability of death and the reality that everyone will return to their Creator. The following verses 12 to 14 further elaborate on this theme. They depict the moment of resurrection, where man will be surprised and confused, questioning, "Who has raised us from our sleeping place?" Here, the Quran highlights the human tendency to forget the divine promise of life after death. Verse 15 then shifts the focus to the consequences of disbelief. It presents a stark contrast between those who believe and those who arrogantly turn away from divine revelations. It warns of the severe punishment awaiting those who deny the truth. In verses 16 to 20, we see a continuation of this warning. These verses emphasize the importance of belief and the consequences of denial. They remind us that those who turn away from God's signs and live in arrogance will face severe repercussions on the day of judgment. These verses from 11 to 20 offer a profound exploration of divine justice. They remind us of our mortality, the certainty of the afterlife, the importance of belief, and the consequences of denial. They paint a vivid picture of the day of judgment, a day of reckoning for all of mankind. These verses serve as a stern reminder of the impending day of judgment. The surah, through these verses, encourages us to reflect, to ponder our actions, and to prepare for that inevitable day. A day where divine justice will be served and every soul will be held accountable for its deeds. Now we turn our attention to the heart of Surah As-Sajdah. In this portion of the surah, verses 21 to 30, we discover a profound emphasis on divine mercy, the importance of prayer, and the rewards of steadfast faith. These verses speak on a deep level, addressing our souls, our fears, and our hopes. The 21st verse is a gentle reminder of the divine mercy that Allah bestows upon us. It paints a picture of compassion and love, highlighting that even in our darkest moments, Allah's mercy shines through, guiding us back onto the path of righteousness. Moving on to verse 22, we encounter the theme of prayer. This verse underscores the importance of prayer in our lives, not just as a ritual, but as a means of communication with Allah. It's a divine dialogue, a sacred exchange between the Creator and the created. The verses from 23 to 27 delve into the rewards of steadfast faith. They describe the blessings that Allah showers upon those who remain firm in their faith, no matter the trials and tribulations they face. These verses offer a comforting message, assuring us that our struggles are not in vain, that our faith is not unnoticed. Verses 28 to 30 further intensify this message. They emphasize that our steadfast faith and consistent prayers will lead us to the ultimate reward, the eternal paradise. These verses remind us that while the journey may be fraught with difficulties, the destination is worth every hardship. In essence, these verses speak of a loving, merciful Allah, who values our prayers and rewards our faith. They remind us that even in our most trying moments, Allah's mercy is ever present. They encourage us to strengthen our bond with Allah through prayer and assure us that our faith will not go unrewarded. In conclusion, verses 21 to 30 of Surah As-Sajdah are a beacon of hope and faith. They remind us of Allah's mercy, the power of prayer, and the rewards of steadfast faith. These verses encourage us to seek Allah's mercy and maintain steadfastness in our faith. As we reach the end of Surah As-Sajdah, the message becomes even more profound. We're now at the final verses of this beautiful surah, where the themes of monotheism, the fleeting nature of this worldly life, and the eternal reality of the hereafter are emphasized. Let's delve into these powerful verses and their profound meanings. The surah reiterates the concept of Tawheed, or monotheism, emphasizing the oneness of Allah. It implores us to recognize and appreciate the uniqueness and singularity of the divine Creator. The verses remind us that no other being shares in His divinity and that His omnipotence and omniscience are unparalleled. This is a core belief in Islam and is a central theme in many surahs of the Quran. Next, the surah speaks about the transience of life on earth, painting a vivid picture of how quickly our worldly existence passes. It reminds us that this life is but a fleeting moment, a brief interlude before the eternal life of the hereafter. It prompts us to ponder, to reflect on our actions and deeds, and to consider how we are investing our time and resources in this temporary world. The surah then transitions to the eternal nature of the hereafter, a realm that is timeless and infinite. It brings into sharp focus the permanence of the life to come, in stark contrast to the ephemerality of our current existence. It underscores the importance of preparing for this eternal journey, of living a life of righteousness and piety, so that we may find peace and happiness in the hereafter. Through these themes, the surah urges us to maintain a balance between our worldly responsibilities and our spiritual obligations. It encourages us to strive for success in both realms, reminding us that while we navigate through this temporary world, our ultimate destination is the hereafter. These concluding verses remind us of the ultimate reality of life and the hereafter. They call us to reflect, to question, and to strive for a deeper understanding of our existence, our purpose, and our ultimate destination. Now that we've journeyed through Surah As-Sajdah, what key insights can we take away? Surah As-Sajdah, a chapter of divine wisdom, offers us profound insights that illuminate the path of faith. At its core, the surah emphasizes Allah's omniscience, His all-encompassing knowledge. It reminds us that nothing, no matter how minuscule or vast, escapes His gaze. A significant theme is divine justice and mercy. It underlines that Allah, in His infinite wisdom and mercy, is the most just. The surah also underscores the importance of prayer, urging us to maintain a deep and constant connection with our Creator. Moreover, it brings to light the undeniable reality of life and the hereafter. It makes us reflect on our purpose, our actions, and their repercussions in the life beyond. In essence, Surah As-Sajdah serves as a mirror, reflecting our earthly life and the eternal life that follows. Surah As-Sajdah serves as a powerful reminder of our purpose, our destiny, and the ever-present mercy of Allah.